Alright, Wamombi here. Philippians 3:13 and 14. It tells us that let's not hold back to things that happened in the past, but let's keep our hope on things that are going to happen in the future or things that are to come. Remember, we have discussed in our previous video of the reason why it is hard for us to let it go. And one of the reason was that majority of us fail to forgive. We are unable to forgive. And other people feel that like they are going to be vulnerable, that they are going to give a room for being hurt again. Others use that like an identity, that I am this because of what they done or what they did to me. But I give you an example of a person who let it go. I also give another example for Joseph. Joseph also let go the betrayal from his brothers, and that's when he was unable to even understand and come back to his and have it in his mind that it was one part of the God's purpose and plan, so that in future he will come to rescue his own family. Now, right now, I want us to discuss what are these some of the consequences of holding on. Holding on, we mean that something that you're supposed to have let it go, but you're still holding it in your heart. What is some of these consequences? And number one is a common one, that it leads to emotional pain and also mental health struggles. When you talk about emotional drain, you are overthinking about this person. You are always thinking about this person who said some bitter words to you. You are always thinking about this person who betrayed you. You're also thinking about this person who did something wrong to you. You're also thinking about this person who said a lot of bitter words to you. You're even thinking of this relative who said a lot of things to you and to your family and even to your parents or to your siblings. Remember, there are some relatives who are very jealous. They will always tell you that your family will never see God, your family will never succeed, you will never see God, nothing will ever happen. Those words stick into your mind. You always think about this. Sometimes it will lead to emotional drain, that you are overthinking. Every time you are thinking about this person, can you let it go so that you can even be able to focus on yourself? You can be able to focus on you to heal. Remember, mental health struggles, one of it can be stress, it can be depression. Some of us are under stress, are under depression because of other people. You are thinking, you are overthinking, you have that bitterness, you are hurt because of some of the things that people said. Sometimes I know it is hard, as we said, that people, it is very hard to let it go, but immediately you are able to let it go, you are healing from these emotional days, these mental struggles, stress and depression and everything. Sometimes it can also lead to trauma, that you are traumatized of something that happened when you are still young one. You are carrying bitterness from your parents to your kids to a generation to come. So let it go. This consequence of mental health struggles, it can lead to you even affecting those people who are surrounding you. Number two, it has cycles of bitterness and distress. I will give this with a biblical example. We had these people, these kids of David. We had Amnon, we had Absalom. Remember, Absalom was very bitter of his brother because he raped his sister. This bitterness, he carried it now of them. He was unable to let it go of the act that was done to his sister. This bitterness made him even plan for revenge, and he eventually killed his own brother. Some of these things which hurt us and we are unable to let it go, if we keep on holding unto them, they can lead to bitterness, which can later brings to something which we might live on regretting. Like for example, if it is someone who betrayed you and you plot something to harm him, and maybe by chance that person, you decide, some of people even plan to kill someone, you might kill someone and you live in jail. You will always be remembering that I did this action because of what they did, because you are unable to let it go. Some words are spoken to you, and that bitterness triggers your mind to do something which you will keep on regretting. Like for example, even parents, sometimes your kid can be very arrogant and come and say a certain words which which to you it will be very irrespectful, and you will decide that you can even hit him with a blunt object, and by bad luck the kid dies and you live in jail because of something that you are unable to control. Maybe it is your kid who did something and you are unable to forgive him since he was there a small kid or a small boy to now he is a man. Even when he comes to visit you, you still have that bitterness in you. Let it go, so that this bitterness can also not be transferred from you even to the kids to come and to other kids, because you might transfer this bitterness to this son, and this son might also do the same to his own kids. So you see, it is going to be a cycle. Number 3, on spiritual matters, that it blocks personal and spiritual growth. That bitterness is preventing you from growing spiritually. Remember, the Bible tells us that you should forgive for you to be forgiven, and you see some of the hindrance for us for being unable to let it go is because majority of us are unable to forgive. And another one is we always look forward to seek for revenge. Remember, if you seek revenge, God says that you should not revenge, you should judge not, for you shall also be judged. The Bible also says that you should not revenge, let the revenge be of your God, so that he can revenge for you. So some of these consequences of not letting go is you are going to have a spiritual stagnation. You can go and read from the book of Matthew 27:3 to 5. And if you have a challenge of letting it go, you can just pray to God and surrender everything to God, and tell him that now these things is affecting me in this way and this way. Please come, intervene, and help me. Some of the consequences of not letting go or holding on. Thank you. See you on the next video as we tackle